Whether it's a large jurisdiction or a smaller jurisdiction, we're finding more or less the same data protection concerns. So obviously, artificial intelligence is in the hot seat. It has been for a few years. Cybersecurity, obviously, again, linked to artificial intelligence. When that's increasing and technology is moving, cybersecurity has to keep up with it. Children's data, funny enough, is a very hot topic at the moment globally. So we have international forums looking at this. Locally, we've been looking at it. We launched for Safer Internet Day, we launched some material on our website specifically tailored to children, because obviously the risks are heightened when it comes to children. They're more vulnerable, they maybe don't fully understand what they're doing, especially with social media nowadays, and they don't understand what social media companies are maybe doing with their data.
So at the end of the day, many people feel that regulation is often catching up with things that are happening because it's a fast evolving world, especially in the world of digital. Things are always evolving. So how hard is it to keep up and perhaps also to pioneer and come up with regulation before things become a trend or become the thing, no?
Yeah. So this is one of the reasons why we keep up to date with international practices, with what's going on internationally, because Gibraltar is obviously small. We're a small jurisdiction, we're a small regulator, but we do share the same concerns as the bigger regulators. Funnily enough, with regulation in data protection, there's basic principles. So whereas some jurisdictions have now decided to adopt AI legislation, so for example the EU, others have decided to let sort of existing legislation such as data protection maybe lead on regulating even things like AI, because the basic principles are there. So it's not about reinventing the wheel, it's about just adapting the principles to the new technologies and obviously implementing the technologies responsibly.
Now, a hot topic you say at this conference today, at this workshop today, is children and the world of online. You guys run an annual campaign as well. We've seen some jurisdictions take very bold decisions regarding children and online in the last few years. Australia, Spain, they're banning children from social media up until a certain age. Is that perhaps something that Gibraltar is considering? I mean, you do share notes with other jurisdictions.
It's not something that us as a data protection authority would have any say over anyway, so that's obviously for government to say. But as a data protection authority, what we can do is educate. So I think education from a very young age is important. We go into schools as well. Increasingly, we're going into younger age groups because the children are more savvy about the digital world, and they're using apps and the online world increasingly younger. So today we have actually partnered with the youth services as well. So we have Rebecca from the youth centre here today to give us some sort of practical insight into what children are actually saying, because as a regulator it's all well and good for us to have our own perspectives, but it's important to listen to what the perspectives of children are. We also have Julian Santos, who's obviously known in Gibraltar with his work on privacy, which also stems to children. And we have international delegates here as well, because there has been a big international movement in this area.